Before Garrett Adelstein would accuse Robbi Jade Lou of cheating in the now famous Jack 4 offhand seen around the world, he was considered to be one of poker's greatest high-stakes cash game players, and without a doubt, one of poker's biggest fan favorites. So what changed? Rising to stardom for his impressive performance on Live at the Bike and later Hustler Casino Live, Garrett was known for his confident, aggressive playstyle and his ability to make sick reads versus his opponents. He developed a rivalry versus other stars like Andy, Art, and more, bringing in some of the highest view counts whenever he played. Despite his success, Garrett remained humble. He always had a smile on his face when at the table, and his reputation for being a stand-up, personable guy was well known across the poker world. To me, Garrett was the golden boy of poker. It seemed like this guy could do nothing wrong. I mean, there was even a hand where he seemed to show mercy to a young opponent, literally telling him he's got the winning hand.
I've got it.
Wow. Look at this. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Did Garrett just tell him he's got it? You want to talk about giving somebody some mercy? Did Garrett just tell Ethan I got it and save him $66,000?
Now, sure, it is possible this was just strategy for Garrett to get him to call, but it really seemed quite genuine. This is especially why Garrett's response to the cheating scandal has been so surprising to many fans. From day one, far before there was any real proof or the investigation was even started, Garrett stated he was, quote, clearly cheated. This was such a matter-of-fact statement and a clear result of emotion, which, while likely a mistake in hindsight, one that we really cannot blame him for. I mean, if I got called by Jack High after jamming this turn, I might actually flip the table. What we can fault him for, however, is how he responded in the weeks after. While Robbi seemingly went on a publicity tour, appearing on every interview she possibly could to tell her side of the story, Garrett largely remained quiet, and this is how things appear even today, months later. Robbi is out and about living her life to the fullest, playing in big tournaments, taking selfies, and posting hands from herself and fans playing Jack 4 off. Besides the wholesome holiday pick here and there, Garrett overall only ever commented on new developments that would benefit his side of the story. When Hustler Casino Live released the shocking news that an employee was found to have stolen $15,000 from Robbi's stack the very night of the cheating scandal, Garrett took full advantage of this by stating, quote, I want to clarify I harbor no ill will towards anyone, especially those who have reconsidered their position. Understandably, Garrett treated this development almost as a smoking gun to Robbi having cheated. Most notably, however, Garrett released a very long 2+2 thread, which basically just pointed out all of the inconsistencies in Robbi's story and information on the odd characters involved. While this maybe did help paint a more clear picture for some, none of this really proved anything or provided new groundbreaking evidence. It seems the biggest issue to come out of this relates to Garrett never returning the $135,000 to Robbi. If you do not recall, this was the amount that Robbi technically won in the hand. At the time, Robbi said she offered to return the money in an attempt to move on and keep Garrett in the game. Garrett accepted Robbi's offer as he thought he was cheated and it would be the only time to get his money back. It became very clear that he had no intention to return the money when he released a GoFundMe-style charity drive, donating the exact amount, $135,000, to Big Brothers Big Sisters of LA. With this, he encouraged the public to focus on something better and reminded everyone it was never about the money. Fast forward to now, several months after the cheating scandal and after the official investigation has found no evidence of wrongdoing by Robbi, Garrett still has not returned any money. This leads me to believe that Garrett still thinks Robbi cheated him. Maybe his opinion was swayed a little bit from the investigation, maybe not. Interestingly enough, however, Robbi revealed in a recent interview that she actually did send Garrett a text in which she requested the money back, as well as even a public apology.
Have you had any conversations with him since then?
Yes. I actually wrote him a long text message. It wasn't very long. It was a very kind text message. And I can read it to you if you want me to. It's on my phone.
Do you mind reading the text?
No. I said, "Hi Garrett, I hope you and your family are enjoying the holiday season. I'm sure you're surprised to hear from me. So let me say that I've put a lot of thought into whether or not to send this text communication to you. But I think it's the right thing to do in the interests of avoiding having to file our prepared action. I'm reaching out to see if you might have interest in resolving this matter between you and me. My settlement proposal is a fair request that you kindly return my funds of approximately $135,000 with a public apology in your chosen verbiage. I am doing this purely for settlement purposes and to avoid the cost, drama, and stresses of litigation. More importantly, congratulations to you and your lovely wife on the imminent arrival of your baby girl. What a beautiful holiday gift. Looking forward to hearing from you, Robbi.
Have you heard anything back?
I have not. That was December 11th, but I did see that he read it. So it has been received.
Given Robbi was left on red and so much time has passed since December 11th, it seems safe to say Garrett certainly has no intention of apologizing and returning any money. Maybe we will see a lawsuit filed from Robbi on this in the future, as she hinted at. What is clear, however, is Hustler Casino Live's stance on having Garrett play on stream again. Quote, simply put, HCL is open to having @GMan Poker back. This finally garnered a two-part but very vague response from the man himself. Quote, I was heartened reading the details regarding several security measures HCL has implemented. Security vulnerabilities are the existential threat facing the poker live streams we all love, and thus these updates are a win for everyone in our industry. I've surprised myself with the peace I've felt being away from all things poker in recent months, but if/when I do decide to play again, I'm open to playing on HCL. This response unfortunately provided no information on Garrett's final feelings towards everything and the results of the investigation. We get a glimmer of hope to see Garrett return to playing on live streams, but that is about it. Altogether, Garrett's response probably could have been more thought out, mentioning himself if he had to do things all over again, he would have, quote, toned down his initial statement, but otherwise not changed a thing. While many fans were disappointed in Garrett's response to the cheating scandal, many still show their overall support for him, as seen in this post from r/poker, where a fan ran into Garrett at a college basketball game. Post titled, quote, met a cash game legend, and received nearly 700 upvotes. With a baby on the way, it is clear that Garrett will have his hands full for quite some time, but as a fan, I do hope to see him on the felt again very soon. Only time will tell.